Hi, welcome into Love Goddess Tarot. I'm so excited to do your reading today. Today we are going to focus on what's coming next in love for you. And specifically, I am looking at a soul connection here. So this is going to be an important connection with you and someone else. What is this person going to be like? What is your connection going to be like? How will you meet? When will you meet? Any information that we can get today about this very important soul connection. So take a moment, see which energy you're being called to. Group 1, you have the yellow jade, and this is the card of expansion. And it is connected to opal and the north node. Group 2, you have consciousness, you have the amethyst and the lapis, the third eye chakra. And group 3, you have perseverance, turquoise, and you actually have turquoise, the earth element. Okay, so take a moment, see which energy or card is calling to you. If you feel called to listen to more than one, by all means, do that. Take the messages that work, leave the rest behind. Let's find out who this soul connection is and when you are going to connect. 1, 2, 3, see you in a minute. Hi, number 1, let's get started on your soulmate reading. You chose the yellow jade and you were drawn to the card of expansion, the north node of destiny, opal, and the number 27. Now, opal is connected to Libra energy, so there could be a Libra in this. It's also really a symbol of the north node, which is this karmic connection. The number 27 could be significant, but let's see what the universe has for you today about this soul connection. Okay, so you have leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. And forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And peace, I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. This is interesting because you got 2 of the soul cards, and I was actually just asking for 1, so we'll take a look at that. And then the cards representing you and your soulmate are the dragonfly and the moth. Wow, so you have a lot of air energy here. Okay. I think what's interesting here is that you got 2 messages from the soul deck, and both of them are sort of connecting on the same themes, which is releasing resentment and forgiveness and blocking the flow of love, and peace, releasing the negative energy. So for both of you, you have the same kind of soul message. And I think the reason that you got 2 instead of 1 is that I feel like this could have been a connection that there was something that happened in your past connection, in the past life, that was a lesson for both of you about forgiveness. And maybe you've had to, or you need to release something. There's something that both of you need to release in order to move forward, okay? It's like the universe is saying you are so like your soulmate and you don't even realize it. You 2 both have the same lessons. This is about your mind. This is about the way you think about things. This is the way you think about love. Because air signs are all about thinking, communicating. They're connected to the sign Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Doesn't mean that your soulmate or you has to be one of those signs, but it really feels more like both of you have the same lessons, and it's almost like you're stuck in a negative thought or negative thought pattern, or you have to release someone or something that happened in the past. It could be between each, the two of you, that this happened in a past life, and it's a lesson that keeps coming up for you. And so it's like there are some blocks that need to be released in order for the two of you to be together. But I feel like you're on the same path. I feel like you're at the same level. It's so interesting because the two animals from the animal spirit deck are so similar, right? You have dragonfly and moth. Obviously, both of these are insects that are flying, and they both actually represent messages around sort of similar themes, which is focus for the dragonfly and kind of focus for the moth too. Think about it. I feel like you are represented by the dragonfly and your partner is coming through, your soulmate, as the moth. Okay, I feel like this person is going to be very, very drawn to you like a moth to a flame. Okay, so it's like this person immediately feels this connection. Okay, there's going to be something about you needing to take a leap. Okay, because this person's going to go first. Okay, and so I feel like, see, and you know what, even in your sorry about that, the camera stopped for a minute. Even in your work your light message, look at this. We have two people who almost looked exactly the same. Okay, you go first, the universe will catch you. Okay, so it's like you both are so similar. You and your soulmate are very similar. Okay, you have the similarity here of the dragonfly and the moth. You have the similarity here. Both of you need to take a leap of faith. Both of you need to release. You even have the two messages that are so similar here. I release all negative energy. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love, right? So you're both working on a very major karmic lesson. Okay, you're both working on the need to follow this North Node. The North Node in astrology is not easy because it's something a lesson that we need to learn. You could also both share the same North Node. So the node stays in the same sign for about 1.5 years. So what that says to me is that the two of you could be very close in age, or, okay, it takes 9 years to flip and 18 years to come back. So there could be kind of a big age gap, or you're very close in age. I don't think it's anything in between. But what I'm feeling like is that you are similar in age, like really close, like 1 year or so. Okay. But it's like you go first. Now, I do feel like your partner goes first. With the moth message, the moth is very drawn to the flame, and you're the flame. Okay. But look at this. This is also reminding me of the Fool card, right? Because she's taking a leap of faith. So yeah, this is about expansion. This is about trust. You're both learning to forgive. There's a connection here to releasing negativity or negative thoughts or patterns around relationship. You're learning to trust, you're learning to grow, and you're both at the same level. So one of you is going to have to, like your guides are saying, one of you has to take the first, you have to go for it. One of you has to go for it, okay? Wow. Okay, so let me read to you from the animal spirit, and then we are going to get your messages from the tarot and the specifics about this person and how you will meet, okay? So let's start with, let me read to you from the dragonfly. Okay, the dragonfly message is an ancient ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind. It's always moving, shifting, shimmering, changing. And when the dragonfly card appears, it's about the quality of your perception and your mind. Are you clear about things? Are you all over the place, right? This is about staying magical, joyful, and focused, okay? So this is about you really, really kind of focusing in on love and focusing in on this person, okay? Rather than sort of looking for one thing or looking for another or dating all around. The dragonfly message is about following the signs and the symbols and letting go of the stuff in your mind that's really kind of blocking you because you are holding on to things, okay? Now, the moth, which represents your soulmate. The moth message is, let me get the moth here, impulsive, hasty, and wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. The moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions and shiny new things. And I feel like that's what the universe, this is your soulmate, these are your soul lessons. It's like both of you have this same lesson and you're going to help one another with this, to focus just on one another, okay? It's helpful to remind the moth's personality that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey, which is also their lesson about peace and being in a state of peace in order to release all this negativity. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier, right? So that's what you're bringing to one another. You're bringing to one another this joy, this enthusiasm, and this whimsical quality, because it feels like both of you are kind of heavy in this life. And so maybe you're both, searching for something. Maybe you've dated a lot, or maybe you just get frustrated with, the people that you've been with. And this is really about focusing on one another and learning that you find that peace within and you bring that magic to one another, okay? Really beautiful. Now, let's see. I'd like to get information for you about this soulmate. Who is this person? Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. There's the Fool. That's exactly what I said. I saw with that card. See, it's taking that leap of faith. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I'll leave it like that. Let's get one more. The Well. Beautiful. Okay, so what I am feeling for this person, which is amazing, is that we have the past energy here with the Page of Pentacles reversed. And this shows me someone who's immature, maybe. Maybe in this past life connection, there was some sort of immaturity here. There could have been a need for perfection, something that is causing delays and blocks. About them learning about their self-worth, their values. They definitely had some sort of commitment issues, okay, in the past. They could have these commitment issues now, in their past relationships in the present day. This is connected to Earth energy, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but there's something immature. I feel like you two weren't ready for commitment. This person was definitely not ready for commitment in a past life, with that page reversed, okay? And And it also gives, you know, connects back to the energy of the moth, which is going from thing to thing, flitting from shiny object to shiny object, not being able to commit, you know, not being mature enough. They weren't ready, okay? In the present, which is amazing, you get the Fool card. The Fool is here ready to take a leap of faith. This shows that this person is now ready in the present for a fresh start. They're ready to take that leap of faith. This can be connected to travel, to learning. This is definitely about adventure. This is about being fun and light. The Fool is ready to take a leap of faith. Even the images, they look so similar. This, you know, I mean, literally leaping off here, taking a leap of faith. And it's like in the present day, this person, your soulmate, is leading the way and you're behind, right? So you also had that message of, you go first, the universe will catch you, which is amazing, okay? So I see this person as going from somebody who was maybe fearful of change or stuck in some sort of kind of immature pattern to now ready to take a fresh start in love. And that is where they're at right now. Okay, so in the future, you have the Well. The Well is all about trusting in the infinite possibility. Like the well has all the water you need. You just have to trust that it's there. So again, this is about this person taking some sort of leap of faith, some sort of move towards trust, okay? There's a lot of Aries energy for this person now, connected. They don't have to be an Aries, but both of these cards are giving me Aries, and this is really giving me a feeling of almost an Empress and an Emperor energy. I feel that one of you is going to be very receptive and the other one is going to be action-oriented. I feel like there's a lot of artist and creative energy here. This is about the magic, which we talked about with the dragonfly and the moth, and letting go of those negative thoughts and feelings. It's really about your mind. It's really about nurturing that creative part of yourself, that creative part of love, that innocence. Because with the Fool, we have that innocence, that joy, that just going for it energy. And it's that fresh perspective. And it's just like, it definitely feels that your soulmate is, you know, really someone who is ready to kind of take a leap with you on some sort of adventure. Now, how can you meet? You could meet, oops, the candle went out. Hold on just a minute. Okay, there we go. You could meet because of a trip. You could meet when you're doing something like adventurous. You could meet because of a creative project, or you could meet because you're doing something outside of your comfort zone. Okay, those are the ways that I feel your connection can come through. I'm definitely feeling the energy of Libra, Taurus, Aries. Okay, those are the three signs that are coming through so far, because I'm feeling the energy of that opal, which can be that Libra energy. I'm feeling the energy of Emperor and Empress, even though those cards aren't in this reading. That's what I feel like your soulmate connection is. And we have two air sign messages here, which is about changing your thinking. And the Aries is coming through here with the Fool and the leap message. I feel like this person could be somebody who is adventurous, somebody who likes to take risks, somebody who likes sports, does all kinds of like adventure travel, somebody who has a lot of energy. They could play on a team. They could just be really into physical fitness and really into working out. But there's also this creative sort of youthful energy that's coming through for them. So that's why I was feeling Aries. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to roll the Astro Dice. Let's see what other signs and symbols come through besides the two that we talked about. or not two, we talked about a few. I have 2 astro dice. So let's see if there's any that we missed, any signs and symbols that you need today about the soulmate energy. Libra and Capricorn. Okay, beautiful. So you had the Page of Pentacles, that earth energy, and the well, which represents Gaia. So that's your earth. And you had Libra, which I was definitely feeling with the dragonfly, with the opal message, and just feeling that energy of the Empress. Okay, beautiful. So now you're going to have an opportunity to ask, have you met this person yet or not? Okay, and that and the details about when are going to be part of my extended reading. So if you are an Aphrodite Circle member, you can go ahead and watch the extended version. If you'd like to watch the extended version and you want to ask, have you met this person or not, I am going to pull a card and get you that answer. I'm also going to get details about when, okay, and specifics about where when it comes to your soulmate. So if you'd like to do that, the link for the extended reading is below. I am sending you so much love. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you'd like a private reading, if you'd like me to connect more with this reading, or you just have a question in general, you can book a reading through the end of October. I also have an incredible marriage report, which takes your birth date, time, and place, and unlocks the information that's hidden in there about who you will marry. So all those things are wonderful. If you want the extended version, the link is in the description box. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon. Hey, number 2, I'm so excited to do your reading today. There is an extended portion. If you're a member of the Aphrodite Circle today, you can watch it. You can also join to watch it. There's also a link below if you want to just purchase the extended version. Go ahead and do that. In the extended version, I am going to answer the question, have you met yet? Okay, and also give you very specific details about timing, when, and where. So very specific in the extended. If you want to do that, use the link below. Okay, so let's get started. You were drawn to the amethyst message, which is consciousness, the third eye chakra, and it's got lapis here. And I chose the amethyst because you can see there's an, almost looks like an amethyst circle, exactly like this stone. So this is about opening your third eye. This is about really connecting and elevating in terms of love and relationship experiences. Okay, you also have Rama. Where are you being called to journey to? Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. Now, what's really funny about these 2 cards, I did not choose the stone based on them. I chose it on this, and then I pulled these cards, and you're getting a lot of purple. You're getting a lot of the energy of that lapis and that third eye coming through. Okay, and then in terms of your soulmate and you, we have the camel and the octopus. Wow, this is really funny because camel energy is very independent. It's very much able to kind of soothe itself because it carries, you know, in its little hump on its back all the water, and it's a desert animal, so it's able to take care of itself when it gets overheated. And the octopus is deep emotional connection. It's somebody who is also very sort of maybe has issues with boundaries or wanting to be really close. You know, think about someone with octopus, you know, energy. So it's interesting because I think you're coming through as the camel and they're coming through as the octopus. So this is really interesting. And the message of Rama is where are you being called to journey to, and the camel is a card about travel, about journeys, okay? But when we look at this card, we see that energy of water, okay? So there's some water here between the person in the card, okay? This can be you, and the destination. Okay, all of this water represents emotions. So it's like you're being called to go somewhere. You're being called to expand your life. You're being called towards your soulmate. There's some emotional stuff that you need to go through. And you're gonna, it's a long journey, I kind of feel like, or it has been a long journey because of the message of the camel who takes long journeys through the desert and then has to provide their own water, their own nourishment. So I kind of feel like someone's coming in who's going to give you that water, who's going to also be part of your experience, because the octopus lives in the water, right? And you have to go through the water to get where you want to go. So I feel like you're going to meet this person and you're going to travel maybe together, okay? But yeah, this is all about consciousness and acceptance. You and your soulmate, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Interesting. So I feel like there's something about your intuition, your insight, your inner knowing, and your connection to your soulmate. Okay, let's read your message from the crystal astral realms. The third eye. This is so that the third eye is how we activate our higher wisdom, our inner knowing. Okay, it's the higher level of your consciousness. And so it's like you have all the answers within. And I think about this camel. I feel like the camel message is really strong for you, because it's like, I feel like you have some sort of feeling about who your soulmate is, and I feel like this reading is kind of confirming whatever your inner knowing is about that. Like there's something about, you know, you have this feeling, you have this idea. The camel is someone who's resourceful and independent, somebody who knows themselves, who can handle anything, who carries that wealth of wisdom within, which is like the water on the camel's back, okay? It's like even when things get out of control, or if you feel overwhelmed, you're always able to sort of soothe yourself and calm yourself down. And it's about bringing opposites into balance, fire and water. So what's interesting is I feel like your soulmate has an excess of that water energy. With the octopus, it's like your soulmate is someone who you are going to help kind of get the water energy or their emotions in balance. I feel like there's definitely travel involved in your connection. And I feel like you could possibly meet through travel, but we'll see what comes up in the extended reading about the specifics of that. Your soulmate coming through as the octopus. This is somebody who is very, very perceptive, but they are very sort of messy in relationships, okay? And they like to be close all the time. So there's definitely something about learning healthy boundaries here, and I think that you help one another. I think that the octopus kind of helps you with not having to be so independent, not having to rely just on yourself. I feel like this is someone who really wants to be there for you. But I also think that you help them establish boundaries, right? Because they can be on a bad day needy or clingy, but they, you know, when they're given space to themselves, they can definitely be this amazing partner for you. okay? So I definitely feeling the energy of fire and water here. Fire signs are Leo, Sag, Aries, and water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be one of those signs. We're going to see when I roll the astro dice and get more information. But what I see is like, I see two really deep people, two people that have a lot to give one another. That there's some lessons here about emotions and boundaries and independence. It's like independence and dependence. I feel like maybe you get lessons about how to count on somebody, and maybe you don't have to be so independent, and they get lessons about how to set up healthy boundaries and be more independent. So that's what I'm feeling like the lessons are here. But there's a deep spiritual connection with that third eye. Deep spiritual connection. I feel like you're both very deep people. And there's some sort of trip or travel or something that is going to bring the two of you together. Now, acceptance is also part of your soulmate energy, or the connection between you and the soulmate. Learning about things you can't change. You know, there are some things that you have to accept. So we're going to find out what that's all about too. Okay, let's get started with your reading. Let's find out what we can about your soulmate. Who is this person? Okay, so we have the Two of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. That's way too many. Just one. Page of Swords. Boundaries. Okay. Okay, so what I'm feeling like for this person is that they have some sort of, in the past, in past relations, or in past life connections with you, there was definitely a fear of taking a risk, a fear of moving on from something, okay, which is what you're helping with in this lifetime. I feel like this person has kind of a tendency to be afraid of change a little bit, okay? I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So I feel like for you too, there's a message here about learning to accept this person for who they are, right? There's something for both of you to learn. It's like this give and take of the Six of Pentacles. I feel like this person is very, very generous. They do have a fear of change. They might have had a hard time letting go of a bad relationship. They could have a lot of fears that get the best of them with the octopus energy. I think you are someone who's the kind of the leader, or the person that's clear, or the person that is very sort of determined. They have more, you're more adventurous. They have more of a fear of change. But there's something about that third eye, which is like the connection between you is deep. It's like that water inside the hump. It's like who you are inside. This person really connects with you on a deep emotional level, and they're going to help you on your journey, okay? Because this person is a helper. This person is someone that wants to be there. They're supportive. They want to share their resources. They are someone that is sharing, you know, they want to share their time, their energy, their love. the resources. This person may be starting like a new venture. They could be someone that's just starting a new like course at school or starting a new business. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's something about the two of you helping one another with your goals. They are definitely helping you on your journey. Where are you being called to journey to? You're the camel energy. This person has been stuck in the past, but the two of you come together and there's definitely some sort of generosity here. There's helping. The octopus is someone who's going to really give you their time, their effort, their resources to get you where you want to go, and you're going to help them as well. But there are things you're going to have to accept about them, right? And there's things that they're going to have to accept about you. So it's about finding that balance. And I think that's what this message is about with the Page of Swords, that you need tolerance for one another. This is a message about you learning to have tolerance for someone's differences. I definitely think this person is different in terms of the way they view the world. They have a very different viewpoint than you, and that's part of your lesson too, and their lesson. You're both learning to tolerate differences and to learn to, the octopus is learning to not be afraid. You're learning to be able to share. They're learning boundaries. You're learning to open up a little bit, but together the two of you can really create something. Okay, but you need a clear plan. You need to be very clear in your communications together. I think that's going to be another thing that you guys are going to work on, is this idea of communication, right? So the octopus is getting over their fears. Your soulmate's getting over their fears. You are going to learn to really communicate what you need. Your soulmate is really helping you open up this deep connection, this knowing. And that's what I said. I feel like you kind of know, deep down that there is someone out there for you that has, that's going to kind of open you up. I feel like there's this intuitive knowing for you. Okay. I do feel like someone might introduce the two of you, a mutual friend, somebody through business, somebody on a trip. There could be someone that kind of brings the two of you together, okay? Yeah, it's kind of interesting that you could meet because of a third party, because we also have the connection to the third eye chakra. So we have three mentioned, but this could also, besides being a third person, literally like a friend, a mentor, someone at work, somebody introducing the two of you, this can be your higher knowing. This can be a spirit guide. This can be that connection here that knows the two of you are meant to be, and is going to bring it into connection. Okay, so there definitely feels like some sort of trip. And I feel like maybe even in a past life, your partner was afraid and didn't go with you, and you had to go alone. Okay, you had to go it alone, which is why you're coming through as the camel spirit, because the camel makes it through. They balance the hardships, the fire, any sort of difficulties with the water they carry themselves. And so it's like you had to carry yourself before, and your partner had some sort of fear. They let the fear hold them back, okay? Or maybe your partner in the past held you back, like because the octopus energy is like, I'm afraid, I don't think we should go, and you didn't go. And so there's some sort of now need for you to be independent and to make decisions on your own, and to know that you can do it on your own. But now that you've come to that place, it's time to go even higher, which is the two of you coming together to do it together. Okay, there's definitely this energy of that. There's just an elevated an elevated energy between the two of you. And it's about learning this acceptance. Like, you are who you are, I am who I am. But if we communicate, if we allow one another to have healthy boundaries, we are going to get to that place. We're going to do it together this time. Wow, that's really beautiful. That's what I feel for the two of you. So we have fire energy, we have Leo, Sag, Aries, and we have water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. So yeah, this is really beautiful. I'm really seeing the story coming together here. Personality, I just see this person as someone who's kind, someone who's generous, somebody who gives a lot, somebody who has a hard time letting go. They're sort of, you know, they're very affectionate. They're very much, you know, a touch person. And there's someone who is lots and lots of emotions, okay? Let's roll the astro dice and see what other signs and symbols come through besides the fire and the water. Okay, so we have the water, which is the Cancer energy, and we're also getting Virgo, which is interesting because you do have that Six of Pentacles. Virgo is also a healer, a helper, that energy of giving, of kindness, that can be connected to, you know, the health industry. It's connected to the hermit, someone who's a little bit, you know, kind of withdrawn, you know, like an introvert, I think. Once they get to know you, they're all over you, but they're a little bit of an introvert, I'm feeling. And that wisdom too, though. The hermit shares that wisdom. Okay, so those are the signs that have come through. Now, for the extended reading, I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to pull a card for you, and you are going to be able to ask the question, have I met this person yet? And I'll answer that in the extended. Okay, if you're in the Aphrodite circle, you can watch it, or if you'd like to just purchase this one extended reading, you can do that as well. The link is below. I'm also going to give timing, exact timing, when you're going to meet, and where. Okay, so all of that, the big question, have you met each other yet? Have you met this person? Have you met your soulmate? I'm going to pull a card and answer that in the extended. Okay, for everyone else, thanks for being here. I'm sending you lots of love. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want a private reading, you can email me for that. And if you're interested in finding out who you will marry, I can get you that information. All you need is your birth time, date, and place. And I use ancient astrological techniques to tell you a lot about that person, what they're like, their personality, and signs and symbols around your first meeting. So that's your reading for today. I'll talk to you soon. And for all the extended people, go ahead and check the extended link below, and let's find out, have you met this person? Have you met your soulmate yet? Hey, number 3, let's get started on your reading today about your soulmate. You were drawn to the turquoise message, and the turquoise message is the earth element, number 12, perseverance, okay, which is about sticking with something, which is about not giving up. Okay, you also, look at the beautiful turquoise there. You also have share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. And happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And look at the dolphins. We just had a dolphin message in the extended for number 2, so that's interesting. And the dolphins here are 5. Okay, so that can indicate some sort of change, some sort of conflict, maybe a change from being unhappy. Ooh, okay, your soulmate cards are Gazelle and Nightingale, and you have expression. Come out of the cave, share your voice, which is Nightingale. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, Gazelle is a fire element, and the Nightingale is an air element. And I love that the Nightingale has that turquoise color. We're seeing it here. Now the Gazelle is fire. Okay, beautiful. So there's something about you sharing your voice, speaking up, getting out of the cave, come out of the cave. So if you have felt that you are disconnected, or you're hiding in some way, or you haven't connected in love, or there's some fear here around it, or you've been hurt in some way, somebody has shut you down, somebody has shut your voice down in some way, that can be your message about the soul connection here. The soul connection is encouraging you to come out. The soul person, your soulmate, will encourage you. There's something about perseverance and it taking a long time. Okay, there could have been a reason for the two of you to separate, to not be together. You were, persecuted in some way. You were kept from speaking to one another. There's some sort of separation here, like I can't speak up and say what I feel. Maybe your partner and your soulmate wasn't allowed to, or you two were really separated by a far distance. I definitely feel a very big separation between the two of you. I feel like there could be, like, this is giving me pyramids in Egypt, and it's like this far off, this ancient old connection. Okay, you could have been forbidden to be together. Okay, so there's something about, over the course of lifetimes, the two of you having to find one another again, having to fight for it, right? With that perseverance in the center, fighting for your happiness, right? Fighting for your happiness, speaking your truth, not being afraid, because Gazelle is a fear energy too. So there's something about speaking up for one another, or speaking up and letting people know that you're in love. It's like, I feel like in a past life you weren't able to do that for some reason. There was definitely conflict. I feel like with the fives, even though this is a card of happiness, I feel like you haven't been on the right path. And you've known that because it's been difficult, and you know that once you are with your person, it will be easy. Everything's been difficult. It's been hard to get back together. Okay, so with the Gazelle energy, the Gazelle is a very vulnerable creature. Think about it. The Gazelle is out there. There are a lot of predators out in the, in the wild. The Gazelle represents grace, somebody who's very graceful, somebody who's got sophistication, somebody who's elegant, somebody who's hyper aware of their surroundings, which can stop them from getting out and sharing their voice, sharing what they have, because they are worried about the predators. And so it's interesting because we have Gazelle with share your voice, come out of the cave expression. Both of you having this need to express yourselves, both of you being reluctant in some way. When this card comes out, it's really time to get back in the moment, to acknowledge everything around you and let it nurture you, right? So it's like, push through it, perseverance, work through it. The Gazelle is very graceful, very perceptive, very artistic. And so it's, you could have all of those qualities, right? But you could also have a lot of creativity that you're not sharing, or you could be, intimidated to really get out there and date, commit to a relationship, or connect in a, love relationship. With the Nightingale is all about speech, communication, and song. It's about music. It's a very simple brown bird. It's not flashy looking, but it has beautiful song. So this can indicate somebody who is not very flashy, is sort of plain, is sort of simple, but they have a lot of gifts, a lot of beauty. This could be an artist for sure, but this person needs to open up the bridge between their heart and what they're saying. So it's like they have all this feeling, but they have to express it. I feel like both of you have lessons around needing to express your love, being willing to be vulnerable, speaking up. There can also be a connection between the two of you and music and art. But it's really telling me that this soulmate is somebody who you've maybe had to endure many lifetimes of not being together for whatever reason, whether you were both afraid, persecuted, you know, going back in time. This can be an ancient connection with that, with the pyramids in the background. I definitely feel this could be an ancient connection. Many lifetimes of being afraid to show your love for some reason. And that's sort of still resonating and still coming through now, okay? This is fire sign energy. This is air sign. Fire is Leo, Sag, Aries. Air sign is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. There's definitely been obstacles to overcome here. The happiness card does have the number 5 in it with the 5 dolphins. 5 is really change and conflict. Yeah, this is really about coming out of like coming out of hiding. I don't know what else to say. That's what it feels like. It feels like having to hide your connection to one another for some reason. But I'm going to pull you some cards about the person, your soulmate. Let's find out who this person is, okay? Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, 7 of Swords, okay. Interesting. Four of Cups. Okay. So, what I see about your soulmate here is that there may have been a feeling of a missed chance, a missed opportunity. What's really amazing is with the Ace reversed here, it could be that your soulmate has some sort of either they made a mistake, they didn't take the opportunity, there was some sort of deception or some sort of fear around speaking up. I feel like this person has a lot of regrets. I feel like they need to say something. It could be an apology. They might need to come clean about something. I feel like there is regret here. I feel like the regret is that they, you know, maybe chose the wrong person in the past life or even in this life. In the extended reading, I am going to ask the question, have you met this person already? So you'll be able to find that out if you want to do the extended. But if it's in this lifetime, this is someone who has to come clean, speak up, share their truth, acknowledge something that they did, that they regret. But in terms of the soulmate energy in the past life relationship, this is about putting your effort somewhere that you regret, lack of trust, some sort of missed opportunity, and making amends, coming clean about something, speaking up. And that definitely goes along with the Nightingale message. Now, this one is amazing. okay? This card says happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path, okay? This is the card of choosing happiness. This is the card that lines up exactly with that. This is the Four of Cups. This is about someone who's, you know, could be in the past, focusing on the past, dwelling on the past, dwelling on old relationships, dwelling on things that didn't go right, right? But what they're missing is what's right in front of them, the gazelle. Now, you're someone that's not going to be in front of them for very long, because gazelles move quickly. So this person may have missed an opportunity with you in the past, or they may have not spoken up. There's something about fear here on both sides, okay? This can also just be someone who has, you know, this is a card about acceptance, about choosing happiness, about also being more proactive, which is also connected to the nightingale, speaking your truth, okay? Speaking your truth. The only way that you're going to be happy is by taking action. So this person's lessons are around speaking up, speaking the truth, maybe making amends with you. I feel like there is something they have to say, or something they need to apologize for or own. But also it could just be them needing to take action. They need to go for it. They can't be passive when it comes to you. They have to take action. And I feel like that's the message here. Now, in terms of this person's personality, they're coming through a lot of water energy and air. At the center, we have the air. So I feel like they have a lot of emotions, but in terms of like sun sign, they could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, okay? But there's definitely something about speaking, owning something, speaking the truth, speaking up, acknowledging they have feelings for you because they missed out in the past. They missed out, and you're not somebody that is going to show your feelings and come running out. This is like, it's time for you to come out, and it's kind of interesting, persecution expression. So this could even be your soulmate. This could be the nightingale who has to come out and who has to speak up, okay? You have some fears, okay? You have some fears around this person, and you have them for good reason. Either you've been in difficult connections and you're the gazelle, and there's predators, and you've dealt with some nasty people. That's very possible, okay? But ultimately, this is about persevering, overcoming. There's something the two of you have to overcome, either from a past life or from the present. We'll definitely find out in the extended reading if this is about the present. But yeah, in terms of this person's personality, that's what I'm getting the most of, is that they have a lot of regrets, that they have to move on, that they have to speak up. There's something they have to express, or they're going to miss out. And I think that that's what it is. I think that they realize that they have missed out. Either like energetically they've missed out in a past life, or they realize they've missed out with you, literally, okay? Because they didn't speak up. They didn't use their voice. Okay, they could be a musician, a creative person. We do have that air sign, a writer, a singer, somebody connected to music. They don't have to be. Someone in PR, somebody who does something with communication. They could also have a very distinctive voice. They're definitely someone who thinks about the past a lot, and there's someone who has some regrets, okay? The regrets could be connected to a water sign, to a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But they have regrets. Okay. Now, I'm going to roll the astro dice. Let's see if there are any other signs and symbols before we move on and ask the question, have you met this person? Have you met your soulmate? Have you met them already? Scorpio and Virgo. Okay, there you go. There could be the water energy, and we have Virgo, which is interesting because the only earth we had was this Ace of Pentacles, this missed opportunity in the past. Virgo is also connected to the Hermit, though, and you have that cave message, like kind of stepping back, being the Hermit, withdrawing a little bit, okay? But Virgos are also great at communication. okay? It's ruled by the planet Mercury, so it's about speaking, talking, writing. You know, they're really great organizers. There also can be perfectionists, so there may be some of that in all of this. And, ooh, the turquoise, yeah, your first message and your card is the earth element, which Virgo is an earth element, which is about perseverance. So we do have the connection to the earth here with Virgo. Okay, oops, this flipped over. It was Scorpio. If you want to continue and you would like to know whether you've met this person or not, and how you will meet, where you will meet, and the timing, I'm going to do all of that very specific information in the extended today. So if you're a member of the Aphrodite Circle, you can watch the extended. That's a monthly payment that allows you to see any extended readings I do, or you can purchase it individually, and there'll be a link below for you to do that. Okay, I'm sending you so much love. If you want a reading, you can go ahead and email me. And if you want to know who you're going to marry, you can order the marriage report. I am sending you lots of love, and I'll talk to you soon.